What's going on, everybody? It's Rupri here. The American homeowner's dream is in jeopardy. So we all know that the housing market is a complete mess, right? And it doesn't seem like it's getting better. Well, I'm here for solutions. And it looks like the American people have found an answer. What is it? What's the solution? It's smaller houses. From Oregon to Texas, this trend of smaller houses has expanded and hit every corner of America. So imagine this. Let's picture this in our mind. We're walking through a normal subdivision that's being built in America. We're expecting to find the two-story iconic buildings that defined America for decades. Instead, we're seeing smaller houses. These houses are so small that you could literally vacuum the whole house with just one power outlet. So listen, this isn't an experiment. This is really a solution to a major problem that Americans have been facing for decades. Now, I want to talk about why this is happening. First off, we can all agree that the price of houses has increased like nothing else. We've seen the cost skyrocket, so the dream that people have of owning a spacious home one day is literally just a fantasy. And on top of all of that, add in the high mortgage rates. Now we got a situation where we look at houses completely differently. So this move to smaller, more affordable houses looks like it's here to stay, completely changing what it means to be a middle-class homeowner. But it's not just about economics. There's a whole lifestyle and demographic change happening too. Hear me out. Families are smaller, more people are living alone, and there's a growing appetite for simplicity and sustainability in the new generation, my generation. And all of those factors is exactly what's driving the demand for those smaller houses. Now, these houses might be less in square footage for sure, I agree 100%, but they might be better in quality and design. Just think about the freedom that comes with not having a huge mortgage completely tie you down. Or think about not having to vacuum and clean the rooms that you just never end up using. It's about creating a life that's full, not a house that's full of stuff. But guys, I'm not here to sugarcoat this either. For a lot of people, this isn't their first choice. But here's the thing, this is the only thing that provides them the opportunity to break into the home ownership market. Well, take for instance a kid who works all day and has a dream of owning a house someday. Well, these smaller houses might be the only thing that's providing him the chance to fulfill that goal. Simply put, it's a stepping stone for a lot of people. It's a way to make personal wealth without waiting for a windfall. But here's where it gets really interesting though. Let me talk about this. This trend of smaller houses is literally pushing cities and builders to completely think differently. We're seeing zoning laws change, making room for these smaller homes and places they would have been unthinkable a few years ago. And also, they're not just building it in a tiny isolated area. They're actually building communities and parks and things that make everybody feel included as a community. So what's the takeaway from all of this? Well, it might be that the American homeowner's dream is changing. It's no longer a one-size-fits-all. For some, it's about downsizing and living in something more affordable. For some, it's making sure that they're not a tenant. Some people don't like to be tenants. They want to be a homeowner, so that gives them the opportunity to be a homeowner. And for others, people like me, who get the chance of making their first leap into the homeowners market. And for communities and the people that already have a house, it's about having a real homey place can really change the game. And before we wrap up, I want to bring you back to the beginning. So it's not just about downsizing our houses. It was always about the quality of life in the communities that we live by. So it's never about how big your house is, how much square foot you have. It was never about that. And I don't think it will ever be about that. It's about your community. It's about the neighbors. Do you know each other? Can you support each other when it's the time of need? It's a reminder that, you know what, guys? More isn't necessary. Less can be freedom. Less can be sustainability, and less can give you that homey vibe, no matter what. So what do you think? Is the move towards smaller houses something you're considering as well? Or have you already taken the plunge to live in a compact living space? I'd love to hear on what this means to you and how you think we can improve going forward. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more videos like this one. Until next time, keep thinking big about living small.